We started our individual firms in 1985, small, 2-3 person firms doing small projects, which is what the community was all about. In 1995, it became apparent the community was growing and we needed to expand our resources to be able to meet the needs of the community. So Mike and I got together and worked on Manatee High School, which is a $20 million project. It was probably the largest project in Manatee County at the time.
Well, we were a growing company, and Rick and I, we look at our company in the long term. We've always tried to look ahead and position ourselves for growth. And doing that, as your company increases, as the projects get more complex, as you add on more staff, the way you manage your time and your money has to be more sophisticated and has to be more integrated. So we look to SouthTech not only because of their technical capabilities, but also because they brought the Deltek system with them as well. So that was what we liked about it, was that it was an integrated approach to not only the technology but also the business management that we needed to position ourselves for growth.
Well, it was all part of that evolution of our growth. We started out, Mike and I grew up with a pencil and pen in our hand and working on paper. And back in the early 80s or so, AutoCAD came out, and that was a technological, advancement that had really changed everything, the way we were going to do our business in the future. We recognized it, luckily, and we got into it at an early start. So as that system and the way we produced our work grew, we also needed to keep parallel the other things in terms of the software that we're having to handle, the billings, the marketing, everything else. So we wanted something that would grow with our company as well. So we actually chose the Deltek software because a lot of our consultants, we did a lot of research in advance of that before we'd been on QuickBooks, and it was a very simple thing, but we needed more information to be able to manage our projects properly.
We originally connected with Fawley Bryant at a regional business networking event. We happened to get introduced, and when we learned a little bit about each other's businesses, they were delighted to hear we were the local Deltek partner, and they had just started kind of looking into the solution. From an IT perspective, they were kind of in silos of information when it came to their software solution. They were still using the entry-level bookkeeping, and then over here in Excel they were doing their project billing, timesheets, expense reports. And their marketing was yet in another area, another solution. So they were trying to find a platform for the future. And on the IT side, they had multiple offices and wanted to make sure their infrastructure could support that move at the same time. With all our clients, we try to really focus on the business aspects of their technology needs and not just recommend the latest technology solution. There's a lot of new trends that come out all the time, and we find it's really important to sit down, learn what their business needs are right now, but just as importantly, where do they want to go with the company, and what platform do they need to take them there as they grow in the future. We've been doing vertical software solutions for about 10 years, and in that time we've learned that there's three main things you need to look at. One is the solution. It needs to align with the needs and be a technology that's solid. The second is the company behind that technology. Who's going to make it, support it, how long have they been doing it, what's their support like, and then the third is the software partner in the state. And when you combine those three, Deltek being a market leader, SouthTech having 10 years of project accounting specialties, and the support teams of both Deltek and SouthTech combined, it becomes the market leader as it is. But one of the things we find all the time, and even with Fawley Bryant, is that once we get into the project and we implement it, it's something that they could have done a lot earlier. They could instantly see the benefits of having everything together, and they didn't know why they waited so long and struggled through all of those manual processes over and over and over, and all the headaches with their project managers. It was exciting to see all that in one spot. The
advantage that Deltek brings is that it's a series of modules and programs that help you develop a proposal and to track that proposal as it becomes a job all the way through the end of the construction. So it's really totally integrated into the entire process of our services, from the time that we write a proposal or track a proposal to when we're finishing the building. Service is everything to us, and when we actually met Nathan and talked about some other people that had used them, we stress service. You can imagine, the salaries we pay and everything from the rents we pay and the cost for liability insurance, everything, we cannot afford to be down. The reason that we chose SouthTech is because they brought not only the technical capabilities with the hardware, but they also brought the software together as a totally integrated system. So when you bring in a new software and you have to have the hardware upgrades, you have a totally managed system. And when we have a problem, we have, whether it's with the software or with the hardware, it's one person that we call to manage the issue. And it's a great benefit.
Our focus is on people. We're a technology company that surprises a lot of people when we tell them that. And twofold. One, technology continues to change and evolve, and there's always new tools, but those are only as effective as the people using them. So internally, we invest a lot in the training of our staff, both technically and professionally, and that in turn allows us to give a comfort level to the employees of our clients. So they have confidence in us, it builds a common bond, and really stay focused on the resources to people using that technology. Of course, we use the best tools, but we pride ourselves on having the best support people, and then our clients having the best trained people.